I don't know about some of you guys, but for the longest time, it felt like my emotions were controlling every single aspect of my life. From my relationships, to my work, to conflicts with my family, to any kind of social interaction, to connecting with people, to relating to people, everything. So in today's video, I want to talk to you guys about the power of not reacting and how we can control our emotions. Before we get started, I just wanted to welcome those of you who are new here. Welcome to our family, welcome to our community. If you guys don't know who I am, my name is Bridget and I am a parent and mindset coach. And I also have a free Facebook group for moms called Raising Me While Raising You. And it's an awesome community filled with amazing parents who are on the same journey as you are if you've clicked on this video. We talk about everything personal development. We talk about stress, anxiety, mindset, motivation, connecting, everything. So if you guys are interested, I'm gonna leave the link in the description below and I hope to see you there. Also, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe to my channel. I post every single Friday and now on Tuesdays. So be sure to subscribe. And with that being said, let's get started. I hate feeling like my emotions are controlling me. I hate feeling like I can't use my emotions to my advantage. I hate feeling like I can't accept my feelings for what they are, and I hate feeling like I have to bottle these things up and then suddenly explode, which is normally what happens. For a long time, I didn't know why I would keep doing this to myself. I didn't know why I would try to hide my feelings, or when I tried to dismiss my feelings or not fully accept my feelings. Part of me feels like, well, all the work I've done now, part of me feels like it was mostly conditioned beliefs that I've had. So every kind of event or story or saying that I was ever told as a child always put me back in this position where I feel like I had to dismiss my feelings. I had to hide my feelings. I had to put up a front for somebody. I had to always bring my best self forward. I could never be sad or angry because it would make me look bad, right? So growing up, that's really what my parents instilled in me, and it's something that I just carried with me. And so I think as I got into my teenage years and then high school and even into like my early college years, I went through like phases where I would suddenly be really sad or suddenly be really angry, and it would come as this very intense emotion. There was a period what I went through that was somewhat traumatic, and I went through a phase of self-discovery. I started writing a lot. I started meditating. I started reading self-help books. I did all of the things that I thought was going to work. And it did. It did work a lot. But after some time where I wasn't having these emotional outbursts for a while, they would come back, and I didn't know why. I couldn't understand it. And just within these past couple of months, I've done a lot of reflection and a lot of just trying to figure out and understand why these things kept coming back, why these sudden outbursts kept coming back, why I would go into deep states of depression or you know, when I was feeling really happy, or you know, why all of these emotions were just really intense. Part of me now knows that when I'm feeling very stressed or anxious is usually when these emotional outbursts, right? So the sadness, the anger, the fear, the frustration, the confusion, all of those things, like those emotions, that's when they become really intensified, because I'm so focused on other things, I can't fully, you know, feel into those emotions, those feelings that I have. So I just dismiss them. I put them under the rug. I'm always thinking about the next thing and the next thing, because that's what my anxiety does to me. It always puts me in the future, or it makes me focus on the past, something that I felt like I did wrong, which I probably didn't, right? So now that I know that, now that I've come to that conclusion, I know that during these periods when I'm feeling stressed, when I'm feeling anxious, I know what I need to do for myself. I need to take time and space to reflect, feel all of the feelings that I'm having, trying to identify exactly what feeling it is has been super helpful for me. Identifying that feeling really allows me to then ask the question, okay, so this is the feeling that I'm feeling. Why? Why am I feeling this way? Did something happen? Or it could just be for no reason, right? Sometimes I don't know, but identifying the feeling itself and allowing me to sit with that feeling for a little bit, it uses up that energy. I don't know if I'm describing this in the right way, but I felt it and then I let it pass. But if I don't feel it, it will just keep rising, and that is what is leading to those emotional outbursts that I've been having. You know, I'll be honest, I've been very stressed lately. I've been very anxious lately, and I've run into a lot of these outbursts, especially with my sisters. It happened when I was visiting family. It happens a lot with my husband because we live alone. And so I do get into those phases. So I know that when I am in a stressful situation or I'm feeling really anxious, when I feel that coming up, I know I need to step away, really identify those feelings when they come. So now I just want to walk you guys through what really helps me when I'm going through these phases, when I'm trying to control those emotions when they become super intense, and really what's helped me long term to figure out what works for me. And it's going to be different for everybody because everybody's different. You might experience these emotional outbursts more frequently or less frequently, or for different reasons, right? Everyone might not experience them when they're stressed or anxious, but this is just what I have noticed, and it's only that I've noticed this because I've done the internal work to get to that place. So number one was the identifying that feeling, right? I'm feeling sad right now. I'm feeling really mad. I'm feeling really frustrated. Even saying it out loud helps so much. And when you're around people, instead of hiding that feeling, because I used to do that for so long, I was never one to speak about the way I was feeling. And even in my relationships with friends, I would never say, hey, like, I'm having a rough day. And because I wouldn't say it out loud, it would show up in other ways. And then I would be distant. I would be angry, and they wouldn't know why. So many of the fights in my relationships have solely been because of the fact that I never voiced how I was feeling. I never spoke up. A common fight that I get into with my husband is I get so in my head about things, I get so worked up. And I'll think that I said something out loud just because I thought it, but I didn't say it. And then I get really angry later on, and he'll come to me saying, hey, like, why are you doing this? Why are you, storming all over the house? Why are you saying these things to me? Why are you being mean to me? Why are you doing this? Right? And then I'll say how I'm feeling, and then he'll be like, well, why didn't you say that? And I genuinely think I did, but I didn't. And I think that's just like another anxious thing for me and another conditioned belief for me that I felt like I couldn't voice those things. So sometimes I keep them so internal and they become so loud that it almost feels as though those thoughts have been spoken, but they haven't. And I know that was kind of a long rant, but I really felt like I had to put that in there because I do think there are a lot of people who also struggle with this, especially if you have anxiety. This is definitely a common thing, so you're not alone in that. I definitely experienced that too. So back to those helpful tips. So identify both internally and verbally. The other thing is to take space, take time and reflect. Do the things that you need to do to really feel into those feelings, whether that's going for a walk, taking out your journal, listening to a podcast, sitting outside, going in nature is so helpful. Whenever I'm feeling down, that's typically what I like to do. I'll go for a walk, or I'll sit outside. soak in the sunlight. That's usually what helps bring me into a better mood, but not trying to dismiss that because I'm still feeling those feelings. It's just that I'm bringing it into a positive space so that I don't get too stuck. Again, these things are going to be different for everyone, but that's just what works for me. When I'm feeling really frustrated, walk away, go for a walk, sit in my closet, play with my cats, like anything that like brings me back and keeps me grounded, that has been super helpful for me. So taking space, taking time alone, sitting with those thoughts, reflecting on those thoughts, journaling about those thoughts, keeping a mood journal. I've never done that, but I know this has been helpful for other people, so just putting that out there. And then the last thing, which is probably the most important thing, whenever you're going through these points, so when I was going through this journey, when I was trying to figure things out, when I was going through something traumatic, the biggest key for me was about accepting where I was. Acceptance it's just vital. For me, because I'm a kind of person who always thinks about the past or thinks about the future, because that's what my anxiety does, it's hard for me to be in the present moment. Acceptance played a vital role because I was accepting of the current state I was in. I was accepting of where I was. But it allowed me to think, okay, so this is where I am now. I fully accept that. But because I accept that, because I know that, I understand that, I can plan for the future. I can set big goals. I can envision my life from a year from now or 5 years from now. But if you don't accept where you are, if you're not like truthfully honest about what you're going through, what you're doing to yourself, what your thoughts are, that you're experiencing on a day-to-day basis, you will never change. Because it was like this for me for a really long time. That's why I can speak about it. If you don't accept it, you're just like lying to yourself. And you'll keep saying, I'm okay, I'm okay, I'm okay, and you're going to stay in that comfort zone. You're going to be in that comfort. And eventually you're going to reach a point where it becomes too painful and you'll have to change. And that's how I did it. But now I know that in order to move to the next step, I have to accept where I am now. I have to accept that there are some flaws about me. I have to accept that, yeah, I still need to do some work. Or there are more steps that I have to take to get to a certain level. And maybe it doesn't look like that for someone else. I have accepted that my journey will look a little bit different from other successful people that I'm always trying to look at around me. So acceptance has been really, really key for me as well. So hopefully I'm not alone in feeling all of these things, feeling like my emotions have been controlling me for a large portion of my life. I hope I'm not the only one who feels that way. I don't think I am, but these are just my thoughts on the topic. This is what has worked for me, and I just wanted this video to be really honest, really truthful, and talk about something that I think should be talked about. I think a lot more people should be talking about this. So before I end today's video, I just wanted to announce that spots for moms who want to sign up for that free consult are open. So if you are looking to be more confident, if you want to make a change in your life, if you're looking for more holistic approaches to ease that anxiety, I really urge you to sign up for the consult. You'll get to chat about what you're struggling with. I'll talk about what I have to offer and see if we're a good fit. So if you're interested in that, I'm going to leave a link in the description and hope to see you there. So thank you guys so much for watching. I hope this video was helpful and useful as always. So I will see you guys next time. Bye.